aka Bullets, YouTube channel.
Hurry up, now tell us why you're here.
Kevin Shiftright will get his first pole position this season with Lightning McQueen to his outside. Row 2 has the King and Tony Gasworth. Both are very good racers. Row 3 has Hollingus, the 1992 champion, and Greg People, who's won a total of twice. Row 4 has Ryan Newcar, the Rocket, and Kurt Buschtire to his outside. Row 5 has Chuck Hicks! Hopefully he doesn't wreck Casey Corner. Row 6 has Mark Carton and Dale Earnhardt Jr., who won 4 Talladega races in a row. Row 7 has Jeff Gorvette and Maury Clutchburn, the 1989 Piston Cup champion. Row 8 has rookie Carl Edwards and Chuck Armstrong, the 2000 Piston Cup champion, to his outside. Row 9 has Rusty Wheelhouse and Brian Vickers to his outside. The next row, in row 10, has Matt Karzith, the 2003 Piston Cup champion, and Jeremy Carfield to his outside. Row 11 has Ernie Gearson, who has not won since 1995, and Kevin Carvick to his outside. Row 12 has Elliot Draftler and Billy Oilchanger, looking for his next win. Row 13 has the rookie Kyle Buschtire and Jeff Burnton to his outside. He might jump over someone. Row 14 has Dale Carrett and Todd Marcus, who has yet to win a race. Row 15 has Michael Cartrip and Joe Brakecheck to his outside. Row 16 has Krusty Rotor, who qualifies, and Misty Motocross. Claude Scruggs will not be complaining. Row 17 has James Cleanair and Eugene Komareski. Hopefully he doesn't get wrecked by Ken Schrader. Row 18 has Bobby Cabani, who's of course in the back, and Winford Bradford Rutherford. Row 19 has Johnny Blamer, hoping not to get wrecked, and Sage Vanderspin to his outside. Row 20 has Ken Schrader, hoping not to get wrecked by Eugene Komareski, and Slider Petrolski, who qualifies once more. Row 21 has Mark Burnsley and Daryl Dragger, both happy to be in this race. And starting in 43rd is Claude Scruggs, who complains every time something bad happens to Misty Motocross. And these cars fail to qualify. Poor Jamie McCarry. Now onto the race. Kevin Shiftright would lead the first 9 laps of the race before he'd lose the lead to the King. The King would take the lead on lap 9 and lead to lap 15, where Johnny Blamer would take the lead from him. He'd lead for 1 lap before Chuck Hicks is second as of that lap. Brian Vickers and Johnny Blamer. Why? Jeff Gorvette would take the lead after the restart and lead for 10 laps before an angry fan tried pelting a can at Jeff Gorvette, but it hit Elliot Draftler, which means he's out! But Lightning McQueen would take the lead from Jeff Gorvette, leading into lap 71, where Greg People would take the lead from him. He'd lead for 2 laps before the King would take the lead from him. And he'd lead for 92 laps? How does any car lead for that long? Daryl Draggard would be out on lap 103 because of an engine failure. Winford Bradford Rutherford would also go down 1 lap, but 5 laps later he'd be back on the lead lap. Todd Marcus would take the lead from the King, leading for 9 laps before Rusty Wheelhouse would be second as of lap 180, where he wrecks Todd Marcus, the mean red car, which means he's out! Rusty Wheelhouse has this to say, and Sage Vanderspin would take the lead. He'd lead until lap 194, where Lightning McQueen would retake the lead. He'd lead until lap 209, where he'd lose the lead to Tony Gasworth. And he'd lead for the next 8 laps before the mean green car, Kickax, would take the lead for 10 laps before the King would luckily take the lead from him. And he'd lead for 104 laps? How does any car lead for that long? And then the mean green car, Kickax, would be 21st as of lap 257, where he wrecks Slider Petrolski. Why? Hollingus would take the lead from the King, taking it on lap 332, before Casey Corner would take the lead on lap 347, leading into lap 363, where he's out because he spun himself out. Why? Lightning McQueen would take the lead from Casey Corner, leading into lap 374, where Matt Karzith would take the lead from him. He'd lead for 5 laps before Winford Bradford Rutherford would somehow take the lead from him. But on lap 383, Misty Motocross would take the lead from him and lead for 3 laps. And of course, Claude Scruggs has something to say about this. And then, on lap 386, Lightning McQueen takes the lead. But Claude Scruggs is not happy about that. Well, of course he isn't. But the King would take the lead from Lightning McQueen, taking the checkered flag. Lightning McQueen would only lose by 18 feet to the King, who wins the 2005 TowCap 400. And here is the finish of the race. And of course, Claude Scruggs has to complain about the results. And here are the results, the top 10 of the race. And here is the top 20 in points, with the King now taking the points lead, leading by 5 points.
Remember to press the notifications button, which goes ring, ring, ring after you press it. And lightning strikes back, and that's as if you subscribed, of course. And thank you for watching this entire video.
The 25th race of 2005 will be coming out soon enough.